Our self-esteem, or self-value, depends on the value of the features associated to ourself. If we are rich, tall and healthy and think that these features are positive, our self-esteem will be high. If we are poor, sick and unemployed, and think that these features are negative, our self-esteem will be low. It is often believed that the features' values are absolute and immutable. But history shows that this is not the case. Having a fair complexion was once considered positive, because it was associated to a higher social status. Today, being tanned is positive. This proves that features' values are relative and plastic. Values can be changed by association. If we associate a negative feature with a positive feature, the value of the first feature will increase. Marketing uses this principle with influencers, whose presence increases a product's reputation. We want to apply this method to our negative features, which cause our low self-esteem. This series of videos highlights some common negative features, proposing for each of them a list of people who share the feature. Knowing that we are not alone may help to render them less negative and more tolerable. Enjoy! The Call of the Wild is a short adventure novel by Jack London, published in 1903 and set in Yukon, Canada, during the 1890s Klondike Gold Rush, when strong sled dogs were in high demand. The central character of the novel is a dog named Buck. Spitz is Buck's main antagonist during the first 3 chapters of The Call of the Wild. He is Buck's archenemy and the leader of the team. After watching how Curly died from Husky's attack, Spitz laughed at her fate, and from that minute on, he became Buck's arch-nemesis because Buck hated the fact that he laughed at his friend's death. Buck will never forgive Spitz for that laughter and will seek revenge for Curly. Jenny Curran is a character of movie Forrest Gump. She was born on July 16, 1945 in Taylor, Arkansas. Her mother died when she was 5 years old. She was raised by her father, a farmer, who physically and sexually abused Jenny and her sisters. Being simple-minded, Jenny believed that he was simply a loving father as he was always kissing and touching her. When Jenny and Forrest arrive at her father's now abandoned house, the memories of her child abuse resurface to consciousness. Confronted with a painful past and unable to conceal her true feelings, she is overwhelmed by anger and starts throwing rocks at the house, revealing her hatred for the abusing father. Hannibal Barca, 247 BC 183 BC, was a Carthaginian leader and politician, famous for his victories during the Second Punic War and defined by Theodore Mommsen the greatest general of antiquity. He was the son of Hamilcar Barca, who was a leading Carthaginian commander during the First Punic War. Hannibal hated Rome. According to Polybius, Hannibal said that when he came upon his father and begged to go with him, Hamilcar agreed and demanded that he swear that as long as he lived he would never be a friend of Rome. Other sources report that Hannibal told his father, "I swear so soon as age will permit. I will use fire and steel to arrest the destiny of Rome." Isabella of Habsburg-Teschen, 1887–1973, was a member of the House of Habsburg-Lorraine. His grandfather, Archduke Charles Ferdinand of Habsburg-Teschen, was the grandson of Emperor Leopold II. Isabella is known for her brief marriage to Prince George of Bavaria. Their separation and the subsequent annulment of the marriage were widely reported in the newspapers. It is believed that Isabella actually had doubts about her marriage even before getting married, but that she was forced to do it. The evening before the ceremony, a fire broke out, which was put out before it burned the entire building, but it did not spare her wedding dress and dowry. Some reports stated that Isabella used the fire as an excuse to postpone the wedding. The Washington Post reported that the bride, rebellious and in tears, demonstrated in every action that she hated her husband.